Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back to review another episode of CBS's Big Brother Season 18, episode number 3. So, pretty much everybody loves Jozea. Jozea is untouchable. The veto winner is going to save Jozea. The BB Roadkill twist will not do anything to affect Josea's game because according to Jozea, he is 100% safe. One thing I've learned from watching Big Brother all this time, nobody's safe. No one's safe unless they are an HOH or unless they win the power veto. Nobody is safe. And all this BB Roadkill thing did was provide cover for a house guest to randomly vote a random person and get the rest of the house up in a tizzy, create even more paranoia. But the cool thing is that it provides cover for that person. Nobody's going to reveal the truth. No one's going to reveal who the winner is, and they make sure that everybody stands at a different side of the backyard just to open up their tackle boxes to see if they won or not. And I think that is fantastic, and congratulations to Frank for winning that power, because at first I was worried, but then I said, you know what? If anybody can win this, it's Frank. And as usual, he pulled through. So I'm super happy. And plus, it basically throws a monkey wrench into Jozea, Paul, and Victor's plan of trying to get Frank out. So I say more power to Big Brother for this twist. It's really going to throw the newbies for a loop. You're probably watching this video and saying, well, how come it wouldn't mess with the vets? Because the vets are going to make it their business to win this. And Frank is a competition beast. But these newbies, some of them are like fish out of water. Notice how I said some of them. I didn't say all of them. Some of them. Now, let's talk a little bit about Davon's position in the game in comparison to last season. Davon has been slipping under the radar, and I hope that she remains under the radar because of the fact that her name has not been mentioned as being someone who is considered a threat in this game, as far as what I have listened to or heard and have seen on the feeds. The only people who have been talking about getting Davon out at this point have been the newbies. In particular, I believe it's Jozea, Paul, and Victor are the only ones really gunning for the vets, besides the Totally Spies team, aka the Powerpuff Girls, but CBS can't call them the Powerpuff Girls. That's why they're known as Spunky Spy and Wifey Spy and Flirty Spy. I feel so sorry for those girls because they put their alliance together right in front of Tiffany, as if Tiffany was not sleeping. Like, just because she had those sunglasses on doesn't mean she was sleeping, but those girls are so oblivious. I feel so sorry for them. But then sometimes I also feel like they are acting like they're all flighty and bubbly and ditzy. No, I don't believe any of those girls are that way. I think they're just putting on just to not be seen as threats. And just a heads up, because hopefully Big Brother reveals this in the next episode, but if they don't, then I'm just going to clue you guys in on this. Everybody is aware of what these girls are doing, and these girls are trying to spy, but they are not very discreet about spying. Just to let you know. I wanted to address something that was mentioned on the feeds that has been a bit of a debate on social media. Davon and Zakiya are the first two visibly black women to compete within the same season on Big Brother. Because some people brought up the argument, like, you know what, Amber and Jocasta were on a season together, and Chima and I believe the girl's name is Natalie were on a season together. But unfortunately, they're referring to the fact that they are both visibly black, meaning black women of darker skin. I don't think it was meant to upset anybody, but this is the first time that this has happened in Big Brother history. And I think that it's cool that these two girls are working together, because at first it seemed like Zakiya was anti-Davon, and I'm like, this is not going to go well at all. But the fact that they're together is really cool. And what Zakiya said was correct, that the newbies don't know how to play and they are erratic, because if you watch the feeds, those folks keep jumping around. This one is a threat. That one is a threat. They're saying stuff that isn't true, especially Jozea, when he was talking about how Sunday's episode was going to be a live episode and that somebody was going to be voted out on Sunday. I'm like, did he watch this show? Is he not paying attention? If Jozea can read faces, how come he didn't pick up that Frank won the Big Brother Roadkill competition? I don't understand that. Nor do I understand why they thought that Paulie won. I mean, like, when it comes to Jozea, Paul, and Victor, anytime they're talking, anytime they say anything on the feeds, I just shake my heads. I'm like, they are completely out of touch with this game, because a fool could have figured out that Frank won it just based on the fact that Frank has not spoken to those guys at all. They even said it earlier in the episode, yet he comes in the room and he sits down and you guys can't figure it out. And what was funny was that when they mentioned to Frank, like, yeah, Paulie must have run that Big Brother Roadkill competition, Frank was like, oh yeah, I think he did too. There's no hope for those three in this game. I don't care how many twists pop up in Big Brother 18, there's no hope for those three. Like, I don't see those three making it very far. Maybe Victor, but Paul and Jozea, I don't see them making it very, very far. So Frank went to his 8-pack alliance and asked them, who should I put on the block? Because, you know, I'm thinking of Bridget. And the alliance basically told him, no, not Bridget, put up Paul. And Davon made a good point in that she said, if you put up Paul up against Paulie and Jozea, but mostly Jozea in particular, Paul is going to have to fight hard to win for himself. Which to me was a valid point, and it was a good idea to put up Paul. Now, Paulie, Michelle, Bridget, and Frank are sent to the diary room to take their Mysteryland punishment. And what they ended up receiving was new clothes, or should I say nude clothes, nude undergarments. The girls had to wear like nude bras and panties. And the guys had to like wear nude briefs, and they all had to wear pixels, either on the front of themselves for the girls and on their crotches and butts, or the guys just had front and back. When I turned on the feeds and I saw Frank just laying up there, I was like, why doesn't Frank have any clothes on? And then I looked in close and you could see the nude underwear and the pixels. I said, oh my God. I was just cracking up because I was like, dude, Frank is basically almost already nude as it is. And Paulie walks around with like shorts and like no shirt on, so they were pretty much comfortable. Bridget seemed okay with it, but Michelle, for the most part, felt extremely uncomfortable because of her sunburn, and I completely understand, but at least this punishment only lasts for a week, so it's okay. So I was on Tumblr last night, and people were saying that Corey got a weird edit, a quote-unquote closeted gay edit. And I was like, well, what the heck is that? And then I watched the episode, and they show Corey making remarks about Frank and Paulie, which were, I guess you could say, questionable. But I tried not to take it too far because of what I said in the video I did yesterday, where I said that it's none of my business, so I'm going to try to stay out of it. But I see you, Big Brother. I see what you were trying to do. And again, on a side note, Paulie really, really likes Zakiya. Just keep that in mind. Now, it's crazy how, but I like how this all flows together, how the Freakazoids are safe from being nominated because Nicole is HOH, and then James's team is safe, of course, because they won that whole trip to Safeville. So it comes down to Davon's team and to Frank's team. And what happens is that Paul ends up getting nominated, and he's calling himself the bearded Rambo, and he's going to come through and he's going to win that veto. And James said that Jozea, Paulie, and Paul are 3 bucks grazing in the pasture. So this edit makes you think that Paulie is not safe, but he actually is safe because they have told him, the 8-pack has told him time and again to sit back and chill. But he has been a little bit paranoid, which his paranoia is completely warranted because pawns usually end up going home. But he is probably the safest pawn that I have ever seen in Big Brother history because everything is pretty much pointed towards Jozea. Everybody pretty much wants Jozea out of the game. So come Thursday, it's going to be a very interesting episode. Hell, it's going to be a very interesting week in my opinion, but all good things must come to an end. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. You all take care. If you want to continue this conversation, definitely leave me some comments below. Let me know who you're rooting for, what you think of this season so far, and who do you think has a chance to win, and who do you think might win HOH in Thursday's episode. I'll leave you links to my previous reviews for this season as well as other seasons and other shows. I love you all. Take care, and I will be back to review the next episode on time. So, bye guys. I love you all. Bye.